What's up, everybody? Cannon Hotel back at it again with another one. What up, pro? Got that snowplow installed, pro. Got that snowplow installed, and we ain't even get no snow this weekend. It looked like the forecast has changed. There will be no snow snowing here, thank goodness. So I'm tired of the snow. But if it were to come, I was prepared. Joint worked like a champ, but I was pissed because after I installed the snowplow, I was testing it out, and one of my wheels, the camber was all fucked up. So I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? So I was like, Dad, who was riding this thing? I ain't had nobody riding it. I was like, are you sure? I said, because the camber's off. I know I didn't do this. Come to find out, he had the guys use it for a trash job at an apartment complex that the trucks couldn't fit into the parking garage. One of them dumbasses fucked up the wheels. So I had to sit there and fuck with the camber and I had to adjust it. I had to adjust the fucking the tie rod and all that other stuff. I got it good now. But I was pissed, man. I say, man, see. So he said, I ain't gonna let them use that no more. I'm like, yeah, Dad, so this fucking $10,000 Ford. They don't give a shit about nothing. They just fuck shit up and then they don't say nothing. I was pissed, bro. I was pissed. Like, come on, yo. Like, you should see like the truck I used to drive for the, when I worked on that shit was fire. I had a fucking lifted F350 2019. That shit, I kept it clean. All that stuff. Yo, not even a month after I gave it back and when I went back to work for the IT company and stuff, the door is dented in, and the aluminum now, so you can't like get the dent fixed. Like the door is fucked up. You got to replace the entire door. They just cigarette fucking butts burn. The truck is all fucked up, bro. It's just all fucked up because these niggas don't care about shit. He just be making excuses. I'm like, it's your shit, nigga. Like, but he'll call me to fix some shit because they done fuck some shit up. Like, I shouldn't have to keep going and fixing a trailer. The lights and shit. That shit they should know how to do. But they don't check it. But you get what you pay for. I do. All right, sweetie. Have a good day. You get what you pay for. What's up, Just Hotep in the building? What's up, YV? Zoe, don't do it again, sweetie.
What? Oh yeah.
Jesus, man, just have a good day. Yeah, you get what you pay for. You pay him, like you want higher quality employees, you gotta pay a few dollars for that. He got one employee that might really take good care of stuff. Everybody else just be like, you got one good employee to take good care of stuff. I wonder if he regret that fucking license plate. Now that Jay-Z and the Epstien files, that should say Ray Hova instead of J Hova. It's Ray Hova. I wonder if he's like, I might need to get new license plates. That is wild on the Santa Fe of all things. I don't think I would get vanity plates on a Santa Fe. All right, sweetheart, have a good day. My daughter don't have a fucking first period class, so I had to take her to school. I got to start dropping her off at school because she don't got a first period class. Either me or the wife. It's her senior year and stuff. She keep dropping the ball. It's her fault. Like, she has a car ready to rock and roll. She done missed 2 driving classes and shit like that. I'm like, yo, you ain't in no hurry to get your fucking license, nigga. She got a fucking lifted pickup truck. Lifted pickup truck, ready to rock and roll. She just be bullshitting. Well, I got dance. I said, nigga, I don't, like, if it was me, fuck dance. I'll miss a few days. Let me go get this license so I can go wherever the fuck I want to go. I got a car waiting for me. How many of y'all in the chat had a car waiting for you? I mean, I can't say nothing. I had a car waiting for me too. I had a fucking supercharged, I think it was supercharged. Yeah, that bitch was 430 horsepower. A fucking Fox body Mustang. 430 horsepower. 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 430 horse '87 Fox body. That bitch was clean. I know I was clean because I kept that bitch clean while I didn't have a license. I went and got my license at exactly 15 and 9 months. The minute I was 15 and 9 months, I had my driver's license. I was outside, nigga, outside. I was driving 5 speeds since I was 11. Shit, I was prepared. Nigga, what? I don't know what's wrong with these kids nowadays, y'all. I swear I don't. I don't know. I gotta get this fucking blinker fixed. I've been letting that shit go way too long. Tripping. Your dad 2 5.0s in high school? Yeah, I had to have a job to pay for insurance and shit. I had to pay for my insurance. And I had to keep good grades. If I didn't keep good grades and I ain't had my job, I couldn't drive. But I had that car. That car was shit. I remember I used to start that bitch and the wheels would chirp when I started the car. I'm like, damn. That's how much fucking horsepower and torque that bitch had. I was 15 with that bitch. Anyway, but she got a car, right? And she just dropped like, nigga, listen, I ain't saying nothing. I'd be volunteering, like, yo, you want to come on, let's go ride, let's go driving. No, it's okay. Like, you need practice. If you get your license, I'm not putting you behind the wheel if I don't feel confident in you being on these roads. These kids is different, y'all. Yeah, they want to be in the back seat. She just got out of that phase where she want to sit in the back seat like I'm fucking Uber. You know what I mean? I remember back in the day, we used to we strive to be in the front seat. He was like, yo, I'm trying to ride in the front. I'm back here. It look crazy. Like a kid back this bitch. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's a trip. It's a trip. But anyway, I got my snowplow ready, but there ain't no snow coming, so it's all good. I'm just hoping that we get warm enough weather for this shit to melt down. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully. He was ripping and rolling everywhere. So I'm just saying, like, I know like they had went up on the licenses like a few years after I got mine, I think. But here in Maryland, at 15 and 9 months, you can have your license, and then when you turn 18, you can get your full license. So you had a provisional license where we had a curfew. So from 15 to 9 months to 18, you had to be in the house by midnight. You had to be off the road, not in the house, but you had to be off the road by midnight. If you got caught on the road at midnight with a provisional, they would like give you a ticket, and then you had to like wait until you was like 21 or some shit to get your license. Yeah, right. You know, to fight to get it. I want to ride shotgun. These kids, these new kids is crazy, bro. Your first call was a Cutlass? Damn. Tony Curtin said he had a Cutlass Supreme. I hear that shit. Where you at, Tony? Where you live at, yo? Where you live at? You live in the West Coast, or you up in Ohio somewhere? Where you live at? You riding a Cutlass? Cutlass was the shit, yo. I remember it was like one dude in my school had a badass Cutlass, yo. So it was so this is what it was, right? In my high school back then, it was a few badass cars in the parking lot for kids. Hey, my teachers thought I was a drug dealer when I pulled up with the fucking Mustang. That bitch was mean. But it was my Mustang. This one kid did have a Cutlass Supreme, right? It was, they had Kragers on it, but that bitch was fire, right? It was like a maroon color, tinted out. That bitch was mean with a system in that bitch, and the flow masters, yo, that shit was hot. I was like, damn, that shit was hot. It was that, and then one of my homeboys had a fire ass fucking Grand Marquis. He was riding on 20s with the Grand Marquis tinted out system. I think he was the first motherfucker I seen with like glitter paint, whatever the fuck you call that shit, the flake He had the gold flake in that bitch. What color was his car? He had a gold flake. This shit was black with the gold flakes. That bitch was hard, right? And then it was a dude with a dope ass Monte Carlo. He had a purple Monte Carlo. I forget what year it was, but that bitch was mean too, and that bitch was fast. I think his father was a mechanic. That bitch moved. It wasn't faster than my Mustang, but that bitch was fast. I remember that shit. That shit was fire. Pearlescent. There you go, the pearlescent shit. A Billionaires Boy High School Club. That's what's up. That Cutlass Supreme's probably dope. My sister first car, she had, my father bought her like a 92 BMW M2. That bitch had like 60,000 miles on it. They ain't had no miles on that bitch. That bitch was nice, convertible. It was a convertible M3. I mean, yeah, 92 M3 and convertible. That bitch was slick. My other little brother, his first car was like the younger brother, the one y'all be seeing on stream sometimes. His first car was a Jeep Wrangler, like an '89 Jeep Wrangler. My father lifted it and put it on like 33s, but the engine was shit. Like the engine was good, it just ain't had no power. So like this nigga be like 3,000 RPM trying to get that bitch to 65 mile an hour. And my father was going to change the engine out. He's like, I don't know what to put in here. I'm like, either put like a V8 engine or put a SS engine in it. Find a wrecked Chevy Cavalier SS, and put that 4-cylinder supercharger in there. That'll be enough. That'll be enough horsepower. But he ended up buying him a 2004 Chevy Silverado 3500. Oh yeah, my father was a great father. He's a fantastic father. My father was awesome. You know what I mean? You get on a nigga nerves sometimes. Hey yo, pro, like listen to this shit, nigga. So I'm like, hey dad, let's do a snow service. I said this shit like a couple of years ago. Like, let's get a plow on one of the trucks, and then we got the Bobcats and the backhoes and shit. I told y'all this story. That he was all against that shit. He didn't want to. He said he don't got competent enough drivers. He said we fuck around and fuck some shit up. No, I'm good. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. No. I get the plow in that bitch. He see the plow and I'm sitting there fucking around in the yard with it, showing how it works. This nigga go, oh, that's working? It's working? I'm like, yeah. He's like, so you know we splitting the money, right? I said, nigga, you ain't want to do this. I paid for this plow. You ain't paid for this plow. I paid for the plow. And I'm like, what is he talking about? You know we split the money, right? You know how to quote the jobs? I said, first off, I ain't getting no contracts. This shit for like around the neighborhood. Get some neighborhood money. I am going to get some contracts, however, I guess for next snow year, because I'm going to still see if some people, I got a couple people I know that got some like businesses with parking lots, see if they want to, holler at me. All I need is like one or two. I ain't trying to, I'm trying to get my, dip my big toe in it. You know what I mean? Hey, hey, yo, look, $2,000, I'll make sure this shit clear when it's time for y'all to come back to work. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna hit them over the head. It's just me. I'll be out there, bitch, with the, or me and my brother. So, be out there, bitch, with the plow, the ATV plow, fucking Bobcat, and some fucking salt spreaders. Get some of them little spreaders from like Home Depot and shit. Get that shit done. You know what I mean? Father was tripping. I'm like, you ain't even paid for that. And I told him before, like, yeah, last year I said, Dad, I just think we should get a plow for the ATV. Nah, I ain't doing all that. I said, it's only $300. Nah, I ain't doing all that. Sorry. Can I get it? Yeah. If you want to pay for it, you can get it. All right, cool. So I ain't get it last year because we ain't had no snow, because when I brought it to his attention, it was like almost April. So I'll get it next year. And I got it. I paid for it. It's $350. And this nigga talking about we splitting the proceeds. Like, nigga, what? But he been a good dad, like y'all said. So I'll be like, all right, nigga, you get 10% of whatever I make. If I make $400, nigga, you get $40. Here's your $40. It was my idea to get the four wheeler. It paid for itself. Like the four wheeler paid for itself within like a year or two. Using it to pull out, like doing like the trash jobs, because I know what apartment complexes. I used to be the one operating the four wheeler in those complexes to get the trash to the thing. That and then pulling boats out of yards. That fucking four wheeler paid for itself immediately, almost immediately. He said, "That's a good ass idea." Yeah. Here we go. I didn't. I mean, I wouldn't have bought a $10,000 four wheeler. I would have got some shit off a marketplace, but nonetheless, it's here, and I keep all the maintenance up and all that shit because I can fix stuff. I get stuff ready. So, but it's all good. So if we get some more snow, I got that joint. He said it's a snow blower in the top. I meant to take it down yesterday, but I was tired. I went home. So I'll probably go down there this weekend, grab a snow blower out the top of the warehouse, and then work on it and see what needs to be done with it. You know what I mean? It's probably something stupid like a carburetor. It's not like it's always something dumb. It's either a spark plug ain't getting no spark, and this is for anybody who don't know how to troubleshoot nothing. You know what I mean? Yeah, your old heads is crazy, yo. Like either the spark plugs ain't getting no spark, or the engine ain't getting no fuel, or it ain't getting no air. Either air, spark, or fuel. And sometimes it can be all of it. So like when those little small engines like that, right? Some of them got carburetors. So, especially like the Polestar stuff, they got carburetors. So you might just need to hit a little carb cleaner in that bitch, clean out the bowl or whatever, get the jets clean. That take like 15 minutes. Clean the carburetor. You want to make sure the fuel lines ain't got the clog in them. Run a little wire brush through there, or what's it called, pipe cleaner through there. You know what I mean? Make sure whatever the fuel shut off or whatever ain't got no clogs in it, or the gas tank ain't got no bullshit, or make sure it ain't got no bad gas. Because when I fixed the generator, it had bad gas and it was a bad fuel cutoff valve, which the new fuel cutoff valve comes today. So once I throw that on my generator, that bitch is brand fucking new. Right now I'm bypassing it. Or you got to change the spark plug or clean the spark plug up. If it's fouled up, then it's not going to do nothing. If it starts and it don't throw no snow, more than likely it's a bad belt. Switch the belt out or tighten it with the tensioner, and you got something new. So I'm going to fuck with it. I get that bitch started. He said, it's mine. I'm going, boom. All right, thank you. Appreciate it. Speaking of that, I gotta get a shed. I gotta get a fucking shed. I wish I was down. Like shit up here is expensive. I think when we was down there in Savannah, I think we drove past, like, sheds wasn't that expensive, like little bullshit shed. I don't need nothing crazy. I just need some place to put like my lawnmower and like my bullshit, like the snowblower when I fix that shit, the generator, and some other little random shit my wife got. It's in my garage. So my garage is a gym, but I can't never get in that bitch because it's so much stuff. So I'm looking into getting a shed for real. So I may do that like in the next month or so. Put that bitch on the side of the house. I'm either put it on the side of the house or I'm gonna put it toward the back of the house. I gotta see where my property line is, because I don't know. I gotta see where my property line is. So I think my property line extends a little further back, and I could put a shed by these trees, and then that'd be perfect for it to be. It's out of the way. You know what I mean? I don't need nothing crazy. I just need like a 12 by 10 or something like that, or 12 by 12. You know what I mean? Hell, a 10 by 10 might do the trick. I don't need nothing big. You need a shed too? Shed your winter coat. Man, I'm coming down, yo. I'm coming to the grifties, yo. I'm slimming. I'm gonna come to the grifties, slim and trim, straight up. But yeah, so I'm just happy we ain't getting no more snow because you see this shit all over the side of the roads and stuff. It's worse in the city. The mayor got all his backlash. Now he got the bobcats and shit running. Nigga crazy. Anyway, so check this shit out, right? So I was seeing all over the internet, right? Everybody's sharing this 4chan post about Epstein may or may not have deleted himself, right? So I'm gonna show y'all this. I'm gonna show y'all this shit. Y'all read it for yourself because I'm fucking driving. All right. Y'all read it for yourself. I'm fucking driving. There y'all go. Y'all can see that. Go ahead and read that for yourself. This was 2019. Excuse me, August of 2019. Y'all go ahead and read that for yourself. Basically, it's saying that they might have did a body swap. They might have swapped them out. We ain't tripping. We'll swap them out. Pro said that man's still alive. 20 push-ups, 40 squats. That's what's up. So some of these streams that y'all see when I'm coming to work, y'all might start seeing the streams when I'm in the gym. So to let y'all know, I start seeing some of these streams when I'm in the gym, working out and stuff. I wish my Meta glasses worked with YouTube, because that'd be fucking great. But they don't. So, all right, y'all finished reading that shit? Now, I'm gonna show y'all this shit. I made this video and y'all niggas said my kufi on was too tight. Y'all said my kufi was on way too tight. Hold on. Come on, get bigger. There we go. Get bigger. Pause. Y'all said my kufi was on way too tight, yo. Why? Now my theory don't sound so crazy, do it? The audio wasn't there? Y'all couldn't hear it? Two in the chat if y'all couldn't hear the audio. Two in the chat if y'all couldn't hear the audio. Oh man. Alright, hold on, I got you. Hold on, let's do this shit again. Yeah, hold on. Let's do this shit again. Damn, how the fucking audio wasn't working? Look at them two. Which one is which?
Which one is which?
So check it, right? So this is my theory, right?
Oh, man.
Apparently somebody else must think it. Top 5 conspiracy theories about Jeffrey Epstein's death. This is mine, right? Anthony Bourdain was no longer with us before he was supposed to be no longer with us, right? Hung himself from a doorknob, right? From a doorknob, okay? What if Epstein never hung himself
Instead, him and Bourdain look enough alike where they could have did a body switch in prison. And the body that they found in prison was not Epstein, but in fact, Anthony Bourdain.
When they put
And that Epstein, in fact, didn't kill himself, and that he is chilling in Israel somewhere.
Is that found out?
I'm just saying.
Oh, man.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Now my theory, I made that video January of 2023. January of 2023 is when I did that stream with Jay. I did that stream with Jay, and I said, yo, ain't no way. It don't make no sense. I was like, and then because I forgot I was watching something. I think I might have been watching Parts Unknown or something. I was like, damn, Anthony Bourdain looked like Jeffrey Epstein. And then I remember, because he had died, and I was like, or got killed or hung or whatever. They said they found him. He had hung himself from a doorknob. They literally said he hung himself from a doorknob and tried to say it was some perverted shit, right? Some of that, whatever the fuck people like to do, like to get off or some shit. I'm like, okay, whatever. Don't believe that shit because apparently Kate Spade died the same fucking way, but I digress. But then they say Jeffrey Epstein died from being strangled. So I'm like, same exact injuries essentially between him and Anthony Bourdain, and they look like twins, right, or doppelgangers, right? It's enough. Like I'm gonna show you. Let me bring the picture up right now. Look at this shit. I'm just so y'all can see him and Anthony Bourdain. Foul. Okay, they look enough alike, right? They look enough alike. Yeah, his brother did go south. I remember that. They look enough alike, yo, that they could have passed Anthony Bourdain off, right? Got the same energy. You just put him on ice, right? Put him on ice, and they kept his body or something. I don't know. And then you use his body as the double for Jeffrey Epstein. I'm just saying. Now we got this and like I said, I don't know if that 4chan thing is legit, because it's 4chan. Sometimes you gotta take that shit with a grain of salt, but it could be. We got so many questions on what happened in that jail cell. We know that the people that was guarding that part of the fucking jail was brand new. They wasn't the normal guys that was on that side. They said that one of them fell asleep, right, at the very time all this shit was going down. The cameras allegedly, I don't know how now all of a sudden the cameras are working, but the cameras didn't work, remember? The cameras weren't working at the time. That sound like an extraction. The fix was definitely in. I'm just saying, bro. So I mean, I think that's a possibility. Jeffrey Epstein. Glam said he took a pill in Ibiza to show Nietzsche he was cool. But that's what I think, yo. That's what I think. Or Jeffrey Epstein is an immortal, and he was originally Andrew Jackson because he do kind of look like Andrew Jackson. Jeffrey Epstein, he could be immortal, and he could just be Andrew Jackson playing Highlander. Oh man. But this shit is so much bigger than him, yo. Like Ben Swan said when we was watching it, what's the name yesterday? It's so much bigger than him, right? First off, I think Jeffrey Epstein, I don't think he was that brilliant. I think that he was being handled by an agency. And I think that Ghislaine Maxwell, daughter of Terry Maxwell, who was the first Epstein, was his handler. That's why she's still alive. That's why her ass ain't not kill herself. I think she's still alive. I think she still knows some shit. Now they talking about her. I guess they got some interview coming up with her, a trial coming up with her. You know what I mean? I'm telling you guys. She'll be extracted soon. I think she gonna end up walking. I think Ghislaine Maxwell gonna end up walking, and then she gonna fucking make a run for Israel or whoever the fuck she getting paid from. Maybe five, I don't know, maybe MI6, whatever the fuck she belong to. You think she blackmailing Trump? I don't know. I don't know if she blackmailing him. But what I will say is, like, y'all see Trevor Noah and not Trevor Noah, but you see Hillary and fucking John Legend up there praising Trump for whatever peace talks that's coming up and stuff like that. These are fucking never Trump hate him to death, right? Now all of a sudden they changed their tune after all of these fucking things. Thought that was real interesting. Really. Mike Ben, I'm gonna check that out. I got some stuff I gotta get done. I'll probably listen to that while I'm working. But like, people forget that this shit, like, and I was saying this yesterday, this shit started with Pizzagate. This shit started with Pizzagate. And it's funny how the people that was trying to discredit Pizzagate, saying it was ridiculous and that it was a hoax, and you guys are just demonizing this pizza place and you sound crazy, are these same ones out here begging for the Epstein files and all this other stuff. That's funny to me. But all this shit started with Pizzagate. All right, cool. I can't even, I'm gonna look at it. We'll have to get to it later because I can't pull it while I'm on stream with this software. But it started with Pizzagate, yo. I wish I was doing this shit during 2016, yo. Oh my God. First off, and it's my fault because I was all fucking scared to get online at the time because I'm like, I'm gonna lose my fucking job. And then I find out that the owner of the company that owned the company I work for now at the time, that nigga was a fucking as punk rock as you could get. He'd have probably fucking funded me. Shit, because one time I was working at the headquarters and I seen like some like he was like they was donating to Trump. The company they was donating to Trump and shit. That shit was crazy. I was like, oh damn, I'd have been good. All right, I'd have been gravy. But I didn't want to get on. But I was following all of that shit. And I just should have like. But I would try to put shit in chats and stuff like that. And I just was like, one day I just broke my foot. I broke my foot because after COVID, I left the company to come back to work for my father because he got sick. I broke my foot, and I would just be in the truck driving, and I was like, fuck it. I forgot what it was. I think it was the impeachment shit. And I just picked up the phone and started going. And then that's what happened. That's how I jumped online. But if I came online, if I just started doing this shit in 2016, 2017, I don't care what nobody say. I'd have been bigger than everybody. I promise you. I don't think any streamer, when I actually, because sometimes I'm about to see my pants, a lot of my streams, I do not fucking prep at all. A lot of my streams, I don't prep. I just hit fucking go live on my shit, and I just start fucking talking about a topic. I don't even prep. I used to prep, but I don't even prep that often. But when I do prep, can't nobody hold a candle to me. Can't nobody hold a candle to me when I prep a show. Period. And then because of my recall, my memory, it makes it all the more interesting. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. I heard you got bad, bro. I'm pretty sure I'd have been a part of the apocalypse shit, but I'd have found a way around that shit. But there's no doubt in my mind I'd have reached a few 100,000 fucking subscribers and some more shit. I promise you. But I had shit. I was sitting there like, all right, this and this. I was connecting dots and shit. It was crazy, especially when COVID hit. I was connecting dots and some more shit. I was on it. But it started with Pizzagate, yo, and then they tried to discredit that. Actually, it didn't start with Pizzagate. Pizzagate was a result of the Hillary emails and the Podesta emails. And Podesta dumbass not his password not being fucking strong enough and got hacked. And then we start seeing all that shit, all them emails about Obama wanting 10 young hot dogs or whatever the fuck he was saying. And you know what I mean? Let me get 30 young pizzas with cheese on them or whatever the fuck they were saying. Like, that's when we found out about that. Then they went to Pizzagate so they could run cover for that shit. Yeah, 50K in hot dogs from Chicago, exactly. Oh, Pizzagate was the beginning. Pizzagate was it. So like when we was watching it, I'm not sure if he was in there though on Monday. Ben Swan, I typed something in, and I've been following Ben Swan like since Pizzagate. He was the reason why I looked into it because he brought it up, and he got fired for his reporting of it. He got fired because there's reporting of it. So I was like, oh shit. So I started looking into it. That shit was crazy, yo. The rabbit hole I went down on that shit was wild. And then you had Huma Abedin and her husband Anthony Weiner had a laptop with some crazy shit on it. That like the people said if you saw that laptop it would make you cry. And apparently all this shit they send in Epstein files that holds weight too. What's that?
All right. Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Then Seth Rich gets the fucking the stuff, and he gets it to Kim.com. Apparently, he get murked in fucking Georgetown, of all places in DC, one of the safest neighborhoods ever. He get murked in Georgetown. Then a black private detective. Remember the private detective that was looking into the Seth Rich's death for the family? He had all of these revelations. He was talking about the laptop, the Huma Abedin laptop, and all this other stuff. And he had some other information, and he was doing press conferences on it. And then all of a sudden, this nigga tucked tail and hauled ass. He just disappeared. He said he was no longer looking into the situation, and he got the fuck out of Dodge. Hold on, her daughter was killed over the lean. Oh really? Oh shit! I ain't never heard about that. But the dude that was looking into Seth Rich's murder, that nigga, he disappeared. He said, "I'm not looking into it no more. Bye." I was like, "Oh shit." He was really trying to actively cover all this shit up. Now everybody trying to run cover. Biden couldn't have released the laptop files. Biden couldn't have. No, Biden didn't want to. Biden, he knew better than to release that shit. They knew better. They try to say, well, we couldn't overstep the DOJ and bullshit. Yes, you could have. Yes, you could have. The fuck you talking about? The DOJ works at the behest of the president. What are you talking about? If he wants something investigated or see if it can come out, he can request that, and then they do their job. They go on their fact finding missions and all that other shit. And then it's like, okay, so this is what we found. This is either credible, or it's not credible. Period. That's the crazy thing, man. I swear, y'all, it be tripping. These niggas. Now they running bail for all this shit. Like, nah, nigga, I don't care who in it. If Trump is in it, which all that shit they was bringing out about Trump, that shit was. I remember them trying to. I remember when we was talking about the one lady who they was trying to resurface that we found out apparently was bad shit crazy and none of her stuff was credible. That's when they was talking about the tip line and people was calling those tips in because they was trying to astroturf and try to get Trump arrested. That shit never had any credibility. A Cannon Shaka Pro Marathon. You might have to, yo. Shout out. You talking about Shaka Shakur? That's the homie. Good peoples. You know what I mean? It's just so much shit, y'all. So much shit. And people, I don't know. Just a bunch of NPCs happening right now, y'all. I'm telling you. But what Andre 3K say? Grab your umbrella, young fella. It gets no weirder. It was gonna get weirder. Keep your heads on the swivel, guys. I'm telling you. Keep your heads on the swivel. It might be. I don't know. I just know Huma Abedin was Hillary's like right hand, and her husband was a fucking pervert. This is the funny part. This is the funny part. I might got it mixed up, but I gotta go back and look at it because it's been so many years. The Anthony Weiner laptop might have sparked all this shit off. I might got my timeline a little bit mixed up. The Anthony Weiner laptop might have sparked this whole thing off. I think that Anthony Weiner's laptop might be ground zero. Yeah, it disturbed a lot of people. But I think Anthony Weiner's laptop sparked everything. It was Anthony Weiner's laptop was ground zero for everything. All right, Glam, have a good one. I'm gonna have to go back down that rabbit hole, y'all, find and do the timeline. I agree, Pro. I agree. And I don't think that the people in the DOJ is incompetent and they don't know how to redact anything. I think that shit's on purpose. People talking, oh, they ain't really redacted. All I gotta do is this, and I can remove the fucking bars. I think that shit's on purpose. I think that shit is on purpose. I don't think that's some incompetency. I think that's a way for them to get around some shit, nigga. Period. Full stop. Somebody in the DOJ. Sorry. Somebody in the DOJ. Put on my metas right now. So I'm doing this run place right now. Metas be helping me out. Somebody in the DOJ is being a fucking maverick right now. Yeah. Yeah, what's up, yo? Yeah, some of the cops, yeah, they some people said it was so disturbing on that laptop, I believe that some cops ended up deleting themselves, which is crazy. I'm like, what the fuck did they watch that they couldn't get out of their psyche, that they took themselves out? That's crazy. What the fuck was in this? What the fuck did they see that disturbed them so bad that they fucking killed themselves, yo? Ooh, that could be that too, bro. That could be that too. Could be a part of that old Clinton body count. We gonna rewatch that video too. Shout out to Jamie Deluxe. I found some of his stuff. He got a Clinton body count video. We might watch that tonight before we watch the movie for movie night, which I need to figure out what we're watching tonight. I forgot what we were going to watch tonight. I got to go back and look at last week's movie night, I guess, because I forgot. Or I got maybe it was in Hotep's been told you when y'all said it. I got to figure it out. They probably did get deleted for seeing that shit, y'all. They probably did get deleted for seeing that shit. Suicide body tap to the head, or they got strangled by a doorknob. Are you serious? Damn. Because don't forget what happened in Haiti. All them kids that went missing in Haiti through the Clinton Foundation. And the girl that was running the Clinton Foundation's Haiti, whatever thing they was doing, she got arrested for that shit. Them kids going missing. So much rabbit hole. It's so much shit, yo. So much shit. Bruh. Yeah, we need we need to have like a round table, bro. We need to get like 3 or 4 people on stream and we just fucking just start just rattling off what we know or what we remember. Start doing some fucking total recall. Oh man. Anyway, I got 10 minutes before this meeting starts. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. If you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon. All my mods, I'm gonna start going vertical sometimes on stream, and you know when I go vertical, we get a bunch of people in, but we also get a bunch of trolls. So I'm gonna need y'all niggas to start bouncing people out of this bitch. The Clinton Chronicles by Larry Nichols. I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, might have to check that out. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. It is movie night, guys. Movie night is going to be tonight at 9. Tonight at 9 o'clock, movie night. Anyway, till next time, it's Ken and Hotep saying be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss, and don't worry about tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow got enough problems of its own. Worry about today. I got to figure that out, Sauce. I don't know what we're going to watch yet. Now with all of this revelations with the Epstein shit, I got to find something relevant. The Fifth Estate. Is that the WikiLeaks movie, The Fifth Estate or The Sixth Estate? Which one is it? We might watch that. Yeah. You might have to watch that. Anyway, I'll holler at you guys.